That's the end of the song. Seems like a good time to get started. Let me get everything switched over. Okay, we're replay casting mode, and I'm assuming you're ready?
Yep.
All right, so we've got Kmars on Plane Twin Library in 3, 2, 1, planet. Good to see some library gameplay. It's a venue that I liked a lot a while ago. It was my favorite for quite a long time, and then I kind of just stopped playing it. And I was playing it again the other day and was reminded why I do like it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the really nice venues. I like it as well. We start off with a green test, 51%. We immediately leave our seduction.
Yeah, good
Seems like
start.
we're heading on to the green book.
You get the quick flirt at one of the side pads so you're not seen talking with your ST, so to maybe minimize the pairing unless the person is looking specifically for it. And unfortunately, the ST leaves right as we enter.
We should transfer this, I guess, right? Since we took the book out so quick.
Yeah, it just depends. I think most people try not to include green because you're kind of in the middle of both the blue and the yellow. So as the sniper is looking back and forth, you're going to be seen more often. So I think people tend to not try and include green. Um, I'm sure it doesn't apply to everyone, but we're going to go in for briefcase and pick up our first fingerprint. No fingerprint available.
Either that or we just didn't take it.
Probably none available, which that's really unfortunate for the spy because often you just get credited for the fingerprint anyways.
Yeah, you do. We do hit up a white test for an 81% flirt, which is still really good because we can finish flirt from whatever position in combo. We don't need to rush flirt now.
Yeah, I think at this point Kmart should be going for some other mission progress because you can go back and you need some idle time in between anyway. So we're going to step into the blue bookcase, slam the book in. We did break a couple animations, both on leaving the conversation and returning the book. It looks like he was watching Dukit's, I don't know how to say his name, laser to ensure that he wasn't, looking over there at the time. We need to decide
Okay,
now how we're going to say his name. Duckett?
I'm gonna go Duckett. Yeah,
Duckett.
sounds
Duckett it is.
easier. Stepping into center statues.
Yeah, and just like I was saying, he's going to work on some other missions, and then after maybe picking up a highlight for going center statues or some suspicion, he can do a little bit of kind of fake idling by just flirting with the ST in one of these conversations for a bit.
Honestly, I like how he plays. He really shows the active idling kind of
Hmm.
into combined with like aggressive play.
We are going to pick up a flirt at the back pad, but again, ST bails on us. It's happening quite a lot.
We're chasing quite a bit here, and yeah, of course, Taft leaves before we get the chance to flirt again here. We
Yeah,
could just look for other missions. Meanwhile, like we don't have to rush flirt right now. It's like 81%. We could just
and we
bug.
take the double walking bug that actually sticks. I was on spy camera at the time, and it does look like the arm was sticking out in front of the ambassador a bit, but I'm not sure if it was seen on sniper view. And we did finish up flirt. So Kmar's in a really good position. Is one of the highlights, but is one of six. And all we have to get at this point is a contact. So I don't really see a shot coming off unless Duckett is much more suspicious of Kmar's than we're aware of.
I think this is a win. Unfortunately, we're in a conversation where I suspect a double agent, meaning that the double agent will not join. So we're kind of like uh, hoping for the double agent to settle in a combo so we can just go and BB. It seems the easier way of winning.
Yeah, we are going to have to chase the DA here, unfortunately, so it can look a little bit obvious to the sniper if they're paying close attention that someone joins the conversation and then Banana Bread goes off. It'll very much look like that person that recently joined. And we are also near the ambassador, so the sniper's going to be watching it a little bit more closely. Luckily, the ambassador leaves. We go for the white contact. We're seen talking, and we were the most recent joiner. Is it going to trigger a shot? It does, and Duckett
Wow.
with what I would say is a comeback. I mean, that was great pacing and great progress from Kmars all throughout that entire round.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect the shot there, especially since like 5 seconds left. Like it seemed like no shot would come.
I'm gonna take a look at that bug again from Sniper Cam. It's on screen, but very subtle.
Yeah, you
So
can see the twist of the palm there, but
that's very hard. I would miss that too. I mean, that's just very hard to spot there. Wait, which hand was it going with? Yeah, it is with the left
the,
hand. Yeah.
yeah, the one on camera. So
Yeah, that's
maybe Dukit
rough.
was aware of it, just waited for full-on confirmation that he didn't phantom the bug. Maybe.
Right. Maybe just I mean, it's definitely a very suspicious. It's not even really a suspicious path because you're walking the reverse direction of the ambassador. So, good job by Duckett
Yeah,
to pull that out.
usually those bugs don't stick,
Right.
so
Right.
you don't really expect them anyway.
Right. Okay, so let's get the next one loaded up. Duckett was one of my preseason favorites. He struggled a little so far, but still a lot of upside there. Yeah, Duckett's good. All right, so I've got the next one loaded up. We're gonna have Duckett on Salmon in three, two, one. Playing it.
Control into a window pad. Our seduction, unfortunately, is at the yellow book next to wheel, so we cannot get the flirt. We're being offered a drink that we just split from. Oh, and we
We hit a red test on that time ad, and we're now three at bookcase with a flirt before
wait.
book
What the
take.
time I didn't even notice that.
I don't think the time ad was noticed. We're not highlight or anything like that, but I think there should be a lot of suspicion put onto Duckett for the three at bookcase and being the third person there. Not sure if it's
Doesn't
something that
seem
Kmars
like
cares
that.
about. Yeah.
At least one of those should have picked the highlight.
I would say I would say like percentage wise, the times where I've highlighted the three people that were at a bookcase and one of them was a spy, I want to say it's probably about 90% of the time that I've personally used it as a note, I guess, or a suspicion indicator. Especially if they're not spaced. If everyone is evenly spaced out, no one's feet are touching, then it can sometimes be, AI.
I- Is it feet? Aggressive flirt and leave.
And the path into that combo was like very U-turn. It was it was not a great path,
Highlight.
but obviously not being watched. So Duckett going very, very aggressive here. I mean, he's cutting animations and really rushing stuff down. We'll see if that type of gameplay is just a staple to his spy or if it's specifically targeted at Kmar's sniper. Did Duckett do research and see that he can get away with these types of things?
Double agent steps inside our conversation, and we do take the BB. It's a white test,
Scene talking.
and a few lowlights available. One of which was a highlight. This was a highlight. Not the best contact. A lot of lowlights actually came off, and
Yeah,
we are a highlight.
yeah, I'm not a fan of that timing either. I mean, you've now got contact on the board, so half your party is low lit, and you've got to get everything done. I mean, that was his first mission complete, so he's still got to get a bunch of hard tells and soft tells through. It's just going to be really hard when you're one of three highlights and one of seven possible suspects. I
Um,
I would say that I think Kmars is well in the lead here at this point.
yeah, it's really hard to actually finish on. Even if we have time on our like side as one of the like few highlights with basically no hardtail done, gonna be really hard to finish.
Library is hard enough as a spy to finish on, like as a 5 of 8 against any like against a sniper in even this division and up. So he's going to have, I think, a very rough time. But if he can manage to sneak through a spy win, I think that's going to be very telling for the rest of the set. In this scenario specifically.
Yeah, but like again, we're also Salmon. It's not like we're the fastest or the like, you know, shortest character either. Like we're really visible,
Hmm.
and his bugs are not great. The walking ones, at least. So what's gonna be the hardtail?
I mean, maybe going for a frame option, but I don't think that Duckett realizes at this moment that he needs to.
Innocent return back to blue. Ambassador is close. Not really.
Microfilm.
Green microfilm. It's off camera though. Doesn't seem like the laser's like on our side.
Yeah, but we've still got to go and get. Are we gonna? We're gonna go for the purloin from bookcase. We do take. It's a white. That's gonna be a shot.
Well, risky play. I think it could have gone better if it was a green test, but
Yeah,
what if
I like that play. I do that. I think I've done that in an SCL match. I like purloining from a bookshelf if you time it right. You have to hit the green, obviously, so you have to just really, really be ready to hit the green. But if you do it, it's really good. It works out really well. All right, so I've got the next one loaded up. We're gonna have Kmars on Irish in 3, 2, 1, playing it. We go for a starting bug. I was on spy cam and it looked horrendous, but no reaction from the
yeah.
sniper.
The thing with like chaos box, a lot of people seem to try them, and a lot of snipers seem to like really guard it. The thing is, it's really rare that you actually get a good chaos bug that actually sticks, and it's not,
hmm
it looks weird. Because usually you bump into other people or you twist differently than you'd expect. And it's library. I think you can easily get a bug later on without, you know,
Having to force it, risk it.
yeah. Because that could have been a shot if like completely watched, I guess.
Now, I seem to have missed something, and maybe you did too. We've already transferred microfilm.
I've missed it as well.
I think we
I only
took
thought,
yellow into. I think we did yellow into green.
well, if we both miss it while spectating, I'm gonna just assume that it was a good transfer. We're not a highlight either, so
Yeah, and Kmar's out of the gate here with a very aggressive spy. I'm really liking his spy gameplay. It's aggressive, but not, overly aggressive to where he's just getting shot right away. We've got 2.5 missions done with 318 on library. Not in a bad position. We did go for the banana bread before. I think I would just favor a banana bread later in this match against these two. Let the suspicion build on other characters. Take a look at who has statues complete and ensure that they're in for the, real BB. Because for example, Rocker there had mid statues, but we just knocked her out. So now we're one of two highlights instead of what could have been one of a handful.
I still think we have like really good progress. I think we're 68% flare. We have inspect done, contact done, transfer done, which is not credited, and it didn't seem like Duckett highlight anyone for possible real or fake.
Yeah, he's doing statue highlights, I believe, and I don't see us getting a fifth mission. I just don't see a world where he's going to get a fifth mission through
I
unless Duckett drops
mean,
the ball. Oops, I paused.
we have like 2 minutes and 10 seconds, right? Like we could do something. It seems like we're gonna go for a swap. Otherwise, I don't get why we're
Yeah, it's going to
doing.
have to be a swap. It is a swap at 2:05, which I like. This is a very early swap. Usually you tend to see swap, 45 seconds
Interesting.
left on the clock or what have you. No swap.
We we just
Now, are we gonna see possibly into another statue set? We do go for the bug, it sticks, but it's seen. I was wondering if we were gonna pick up that statue and then just go to a different one to try and throw him off, but yeah, I mean we're one of two suspects, and we did center statue here. I think it's just if you're gonna go for a center statue inspect on library, it like has to be your last mission or your second to last mission. And if it's your second to last, then your last needs to be a soft tell. But if you try to go mid statue inspect on library as like your third or fourth mission, and then you've still got to do a hard tell after that, and you've done contact, so you've got some low lights on the board, I think it's just going to be very hard to get your fifth mission through. So that's going to be another point for Duckett here. Okay. Crap.
onto our last library
Yeah,
game.
hold on. I hit Control N twice. Let me switch screens and go back. Replays menu, last library. And we're gonna have Duckett on Blink Twins. What do you have?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and we're loaded up. Three, two, one, planet.
Wasn't Dukit plane twin first game?
I believe it was, yeah.
White test for 21%, white test on a purloin immediately at the start of the game. And
Sometimes these can be good, and sometimes they can be bad. We are gonna see
I'm
the lowlights come off for the purloin, and he's now also, I think, mixing them in with contact.
yeah, because contact came immediately after purloin. I don't think was purloin seen yet.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
started he started taking lowlights before the contact, and I saw the laser kind of bump up towards Duckett here from Kmars. I think it was Kmars noticing that the twin there had a drink in hand, and we're down to four. So at this
I
point, I
mean,
mean, you've got a frame.
but do you know who is potential here as a spy? I mean,
You don't,
we
but I think from Duckett's position, you have to go, okay, I saw post Purloin and post Banana Bread, I saw the laser just go everywhere in low light. He should see that so many people were low lit and realize that he's got to frame or just time out or do something. I mean, there's no way he's going to finish.
yeah, no, definitely. Though I don't know what the play will be here. I'm actually really curious what Duckett thinks in this like scenario.
I think Pearls was near him the entire time, so he could read into that and, just try to frame Pearls. I think he also knows that Pearls is not an SDA because she was in with the DA over there for that contact. She's also standing near the ambassador right now.
She's talking though, so I don't think a bug is assumed on Pearls there. Hopefully we don't do animation microfilm here because we are being watched.
We got a fingerprint from this book, and there's now another fingerprint I think available on blue. The progress is good. I mean, we can definitely get seduce and fingerprint done even under this watchful eye of the sniper with a little bit of timing and luck, but fifth mission is just going to be near impossible. I hope we don't rush this talk, and the ST bails. That's not the kind of luck that we need to get seduce finished.
So only Boots is neutral lead. Everyone's a low lead and we're one of the highlights.
Yeah, we're in a very rough position as spy here. That's just one of those, high risk, high reward plays is going for such an early purloin. If you hit the green and there's a little bit of a chain, sometimes, I mean, you can win on that alone, but if you hit the white and it's seen, you're kind of screwed.
A fake here would be good since Pearls and Boots are both together again and with an SDA.
It looks like Duckett doesn't realize the party is so narrowed down. He's going for an actual mission complete with a triple inspect here. And we're in a position for a soft tell finish. I don't think we're going to have enough time, but it looks like Kmart is having none of it and goes for the shot anyways. Kind of expected there. So, looks like we're going to head out of library. 2-2, all sniper wins. Somewhat expected, I think.
I mean, it's still okay. It's library, right? Sniper
Yeah.
bias, and it's 2-2.
Yep. And we're going to be heading into Highrise. Bit of a change of pace here. Missions wise, we've got transfer, swap, and purloin off. You usually see transfer and swap off, and then purloin or fingerprint seem to be the two that are alternated between most often for Highrise. So we'll have Kmars on mom in 3, 2, 1, planet. We do take an AI control and kind of stop there for a moment. I think contemplating Do we chase the ST or go for the bug because the Amba was near? We're going to chase the ST, pick up the flirt, and start our inspects. I don't think we'll be able to get 3 inspects here at mid, but we will be credited with it. Unless
Uh,
we don't go for the
I,
third cycle.
I don't think we should be credited because Kane already had the statue and we did 2
That's true.
cycles with him holding it. Now Kane kind of chases it at the pad, but the thing is, even if we are flirt paired, we cannot really flirt here.
A lot of
I mean,
inspectors.
interesting that Duckett didn't highlight anyone at statues.
Might be highlighting for statue complete rather than partial.
So then we are indeed not credited the full inspect if we're
If
not
that's the
highlighted.
case, yeah.
Yeah.
Joining our ST in the back and using the most obvious talk animation in the game.
68%.
Do we just talk immediately after finishing our talk? I
Did
think
we?
we definitely did talk into talk, but I think that they waited for the other one to be finished. I don't think it was a double talk.
Kind of a quick take on the drink there, but I don't think Duckett watches that.
Hopefully Kmars was keeping track of who had inspect.
I'm honestly used to seeing snipers highlight the first statue visitors, even if it's like partial completion. And right now, I honestly don't know who has inspects
Seek, Duke, and
besides
Kane,
Kane.
I think. I think it was Seek and Duke.
Here comes Seduce, finished. Partial progress on inspect. I'm gonna
Duke.
assume contact.
Duke
But what?
finishing inspect. This would be a very ill-advised contact. Not only are there too many people out. Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Not a great contact. You just eliminated Duke, who has statues complete. You eliminated Disney, who's picking up his first partial. And Wheels and Rocker, I think we're out.
We do pick up a highlight, but we're not the only one. It's just for real BB.
Now, interesting note here that Duke... Oh, he does pick up the low light. Okay. I was wondering if
If he
Duckett...
knows that he wasn't in,
Right, well, and
right?
that he was finishing inspects. Because we saw no reaction for finishing inspect here. And shot comes off on
Yeah.
onto Kmars from Duckett. Yeah, let's take a look at that contact again.
I mean, if you do inspect completion and you contact, you gotta kind of make sure there's someone else that has inspects done. Otherwise, you're kind of asking the sniper to just shoot you.
Yeah, and we only have one conversation, so it really limits it to
Yeah, that's
4
true, yeah.
people. It brought the suspect list down to 4 people, and 3 of those people had inspect, 1 of them didn't. But if you had waited a little bit longer, you could have had Disney and Duke in, who also had inspect, and you could have. Yeah, I mean, on Highrise, you've just really got to try to wait for a moment where you've got everybody except 1 or 2 in. There's just too many people out of conversation here for that banana bread to work out and not get shot for completing there. All right, so let's load up the next one. We're going to have same mission setup with Duckett on Oprah in 3, 2, 1, planet. We're going to AI control into inspects, just like Kmars on last round. Starting off with inspect.
And we pick up a highlight for it. It seems that Kmars highlights for inspects.
Yeah, a little bit of a spaced flirt here as we step in, setting up a false flirt pairing with Queen while still getting probably a decent percentage off of this, 42. Not bad.
Yeah, we hit the green luckily.
Quick drink reject. It looks like we may be eyeing up the ambassador. We could go for a double walking bug when Amba sets down the statue and leaves. Would be decent as a neutral light, but as a highlight, probably not so great.
Yeah, and also the Amba's pearls, like, as a highlight, you're gonna be even more visible. Not much cover that she has.
Doesn't look like Duckett goes for it anyways. ST joins the other conversation with the double agent. I believe we are going to head in and go for a green flirt here up close. We do also have the option to go for a contact here pretty soon, as long as we get a few more people to join. DA
Nice
bells.
redirect Duke there, but not rewarded. Green test again, up to 93%. I think it would have been a bit better if we were closer to sick the first time.
I think you've got to idle anyways. So whether you're doing a talk that has no value or flirting from afar, I think you're mostly okay on Highrise. It feels like you've got a bit of time on Highrise anyways. Finishing up inspect before the contact, which is going to be good. That means that the sniper will have to shoot when BB goes off, unless Duckett decides to favor fingerprint and go for a silent game, because we did just pick up one.
I think this would be the better choice. Just go for fingerprint seduce, because I mean you have inspect done. Contact is a bit risky. Even a fake here because we're with the SDA.
Yeah, if you're contemplating a fake BB here on high rise, because the number of guests is such a small number, you really should be tracking who is and or can and cannot be the SDA. You can do this by seeing who's in conversation with the double agent. The suspected double agent and real double agent will never join the same conversation circle. So anyone in convo with the double agent cannot be the suspected double agent. So you can do some deduction as the spy to figure out who the SDA is.
We finish up seduce. We did a briefcase redirect. I'm not sure if that was like correct or not. We don't get rewarded for it anyway. We hit up the green BB and Wheels gets shot.
Yeah, not surprising there. I mean, Wheels it looked like Wheels maybe could have crash bugged, and then as soon as he joined the conversation, the contact does go off. I'm going to take a look at that again from the sniper POV here, the last little bit.
I mean, Wheels' hand is completely visible on sniper's side. Like, if it's clear that that wasn't a crash bug. It just looks like he just joined and BB'd,
Right.
like out of desperation a bit. But did he have progress, like finishing progress, or?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's hard. It's hard on high rise too because you always feel like maybe you missed a bug or maybe you missed something because you only need
Mhm.
3 missions. Seduce and contact are pretty much a given, so you have to. I mean, I think that's a shot purely just for that timing. Obviously, the shot should have come off onto Duckett. The fact that he had inspects complete. AIs don't typically finish inspect on high rise, so something that Duckett could possibly abuse here in his future spy games on high rise or some of these other 3.5, 3.6 venues. But we're going to be heading into the next round with Kmars on general in 3, 2, 1, planet.
We go for a bug. Obviously, it fails because we want. Oh, and I think it was seen because safety off on us, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, we just get shot immediately.
Powerful shot by Duckett. I actually was reading chat and didn't even see that bug, so I'm going to rewind that and take a look. Watch again from sniper side here. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily terrible, but if you're watching for chaos bug there, then it is. You've got the open circular kind of palm right here.
Yeah, you can see the palm move of the bug.
Yeah.
Though that's really nice spotting from the sniper side because General's bug is really good.
Yeah, it wasn't like it's not like we were perpendicular to the camera and our arm was sticking way out to the side. We were pretty parallel, not exact, but the kind of shape of the hand there is what you really look for as the
Yeah.
sniper in that instance. And that's kind of what you're watching at the start of the game is making sure that no one gets that chaos bug. So good on Duckett there to take that shot. So we've got Duckett, as long as my scoreboard is right, up 5-2 on high rise. Should be the last round on high rise, and he'll be playing Tex in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Man, they really like going to that statue off the start, don't they?
Yeah, it's the same statue that Kmart started on as Oprah,
And the
and we
general
pick up
went
the
went
highlight
for.
this time.
I think every single spy game they've all started at statues, and 3 out of the 4 they've started at that statue.
Yeah, it seems bold favor statue, and it's something that if you watch the replays during the set, like you usually say, you can kind of get a feel for how the other person keeps playing and adapt to it. White test BB.
Banana bread.
Early. We're going to be seen talking, and we're going to knock pearls and seek out as options, but not a terrible banana bread. It's early enough to where the other partygoers probably don't have much mission progress anyways, so it will start to build kind of post BB, and only 2 people out.
Now Alice does have real BB as well. Green test though, and maybe twin since no twin was out, I guess. 68% white test flirt.
We pick up a low light on a twin. Was twin out for contact?
I'm gonna assume he was, since he was a highlight and just got low light at the pad there. I know Alice had the real BB as well on green. But honestly, not the best position, in my opinion, to be one of the 2 highlights.
Yeah, we're going to finish up flirt, probably pretty free here, but it's going to be the problem of the 3rd mission, which is really what Highrise is all about. Getting seduce and contact are mostly free. I mean, some people are going to catch certain aspects of it or use it to build suspicion, but it's really the tale of what's your 3rd mission going to be.
Yeah. Now we do have the possibility to inspect, but that's kind of like it's gonna be rough to not get shot finishing inspect.
I think I think all of our options are not very great from Ducat's position. I mean, finishing inspect, you're probably going to get shot. You have a minute left, and you've got to get 2 fingerprints, which seems very unrealistic. Even if you do go for them, it's going to be very aggressive fingerprinting. It looks like we're going to opt for the inspect finish here. This is where having Purloin on can sometimes be pretty nice, and as to be expected, Kmars takes the shot for the inspect finish.
There are games where the AI will just go crazy and finish inspect and maybe have a pair of inspects as well, and then the sniper is in a bad position. But at least Purloin ensures that you don't really time out, at least.
Right.
So we're on to Terrace?
Yeah, heading into Terrace, which is going to play, at a glance, it's going to seem similar to Highrise. It's a small party, 2 conversation circles. You only have to do 3 missions, but I feel like they do play quite differently. In this version, we're going to have only 1 double agent, no suspected double agents, and we have a bar purloin, which is going to be active. And swap is automatically disabled, so the spies cannot choose which missions are active. Or no, wait. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm so used to swap being the one that's disabled, and then I was also thinking of pub, where inspect is automatically disabled.
Yeah, but I mean, swap is really obvious on Terrace, so a lot of players will opt out of having swap as a mission.
I'll be surprised if someone has swap included in SCL, but nonetheless, let's head in with Kmars on queen in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Still AI controlled, landing on the bar pad. We do have a bit of luck. Our seduction joins us, and we hit the green test as well for up to a 51%.
Yeah, this is a great start from Kmars. Bit of a bar rush, too. We've got 5 people there.
Yeah. So a delegate here is a good choice, I'd say, depending on how the conversations turn out to be after.
Yeah, it's a weird meta that kind of develops with bar rushes. Is delegate good if it's to be expected because of a bar rush? Or is that why it's good? Is it's good even if it is to be expected because there's so many people it's hard to keep track of? I don't know.
Like, if all of them kind of end up in a conversation where someone's in the middle that maybe was at bar, and then you're like 50-50 with another AI, I think that's good. Because you can then just do a BB, right, with them in combo, and the sniper kind of has to figure out who actually flirted and is completing here.
Yeah, I think from the spy's position, they need to keep track of who the other bar goers were and ensure that when they go for contact, those people are in convo. Ideally, wait till one of them is talking. Try to set up the double, delegate frame where you stand on the other side of someone and delegate to them. But the other thing is From the sniper's perspective, when you see a bar rush like that, I think it's worthwhile to highlight all of them so that if the purloin does happen, you know who it was. And a bit of a technical mistake from Kmars. We step into statue, and instead of gulping, we accidentally sip, so we have to do a second sip at the statues. It doesn't look like it was noticed.
Imagine if that was imagine if that was a swamp.
I like your response. You just laugh.
No, but I mean, it's funny when you see it as spectating, but it definitely happened to me as well, a lot of times actually, and it's not the best feeling.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure he's thinking he's going to get
if it's
shot the whole
not
time.
seen, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. So we are stepping into convo, and we've got everybody in except 2 people right now. One of them is the DA, so we can't contact. Never mind. You hate to see this. I mean, this is almost a perfect banana bread, but the one person that's out. Why go for the fake? And
Oh,
brilliant timing, actually.
the joins on our white test that we do get the BB. It's going to be considered as a fake start. Now only Tilly's a low light, but everyone basically has BB right now.
And I believe that was completely intentional by Kmars. It was very obvious that the DA was headed towards that spot in the conversation. So good insight by Kmars to pick up that fake into real contact here. We're going to go for the reverse drive by. It almost sticks, but doesn't quite because the AMBA kind of veers off to the left there. I don't think it was seen just due to the angle here. And we're in a position where we're at 25 seconds. We've got to finish inspect or get another mission. It looks like we're going to head in for the inspect. And just like Highrise, it's the tail of the 3rd mission. Are we going to get shot for completing inspects here?
I mean, we could wait for overtime on the sniper side here.
Overtime is going to be like less than a second, I think, right now.
Yeah, which is good for the spy, but the sniper might expect a bit of overtime. But
yeah, no overtime beeps. So Kmars gets away with an inspect finish on Terrace. Very interesting.
I really like that BB. Amazing.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool BB. I don't know if it I mean, it's a good play, but I don't know if it throws off the sniper in any way, you know? I guess kind of maybe the talk animations, he wasn't... I guess if the double agent's not in convo, you're not paying as much attention to the start of people's talk animation. You know, when you're looking for a banana bread, you usually go, who just started talking? And that probably wouldn't be in the sniper's memory if the DA was not in the conversation to begin with. So, yeah, good play overall, obviously. Let's see what Dukit has to say about it as Alice on Terrace in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Starting off at the pad.
Oh, another good point by Max brings up that BB could be perceived as a sniper as being a green test because it happened right as the DA joined from the sniper's perspective. Similar start from Dukit. We're going to head into the bar rush. We've got four possible people, partygoers that could be the spy in there, and we pick up a flirt for 51%.
Isn't it the same start? 51% flirt
Yep.
at the bar with a bar rush.
Yep.
Interesting.
I'd like to see one of them try the delegate exploit.
Sip at the bar. Now we could go in and just contact. Only Duke would have fake, but oh, unfortunate. Our seduction target leaves the moment that we join the combo.
Yeah, I think if you can get all but 2 people in right here, you go for contact. But you've got to keep Taft in. Let's see if Dukit is watching Taft at all. Not sure if the camera's been on Taft, but Taft just went statue to statue and has completed inspects. He's either very suspected or not suspected at all. Kmars could look at it. He's a high threat level. The suspicion level, we won't really know kind of how behaviorally Kmars thinks about it. You know, would Dukit be this aggressive going statue to statue into fingerprint? But he's certainly a high threat level.
Yeah, worthy of a highlight at least, but usually the spy doesn't act that aggressive on Terrace, at least from what I've seen so far.
And he spoke fairly quickly upon entering that convo. Taft is just going crazy this game.
I mean, a BB here would be phenomenal for Dukit if he knew that. Oh, we pick up a briefcase. Hopefully, okay. Boots didn't talk to us. That would have been a hard tell. So 51% flirt and a fingerprint, stepping inside a conversation with our seduction target, not close enough to get the flirt even if we hit the green. We do hit the green, but up to 90%. And we're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, Duke picked up a fingerprint off of those statues too. We've got very aggressive partygoers this game that are AI. Now is the perfect time for a contact.
Yeah.
Fake BB started. It is a green. We've got Duke talking, I think slightly after. We do pick up a low light, but we've only got 38 seconds and no missions complete. I think if you're Duckett here, what you wanted off that fake BB was a civ shot. Safety off on Taft, but he's going to hold.
Is there a fingerprint here?
There needs to be, otherwise you're going to time out.
It's on inspect as well, so. Oof. Well, wait, we don't even have one inspect yet.
That's what, that's what I was wondering. What their thoughts are on this?
Are we gonna? Okay, we contact here, but then no, there's no way we finish it.
You're timed out.
Okay, I see the try, but he should have went a little bit earlier and tried the time.
Yeah, go for the time ad before the red, before the inspect, or go for some missions that can complete a little bit faster. Like go pick up a delegate, jump back in, delegate instantly, finish flirt, go for a bug, contact, etc. I don't think inspects was a great decision, especially if you didn't already have mission progress on it. And it leads to a timeout, unfortunately. But honestly, good job on Kmars to hold his shot. You had Taft, who had inspects done. He had at least one fingerprint by my count. Duke had partial inspects and a fingerprint. Both were in for real BB. Duke started talking like right after BB, so it could look like he was possibly doing it if the sniper wasn't on top of it. So good job by Kmars to really hold his shot there. And we are at a 5-5 game.
Yeah, I think we could have BB'd earlier with Taft before he split that combo, if you remember. Like, I think that could have forced the shot a bit more, though. Like,
right.
That Taft was completed with flirt at least, because he wasn't doing anything at the end there to get shot.
Yeah, he was just hanging out. Nonetheless, heading into our last venue, it's going to be pub, another 3 of 6, except this is the one where the spy does not have control over which mission is off. We have automatically turned off inspect this season to kind of change the meta. Before having inspect on, it was just the AIs would finish all of the time because you only need one inspect, so it's just one visit versus Terrace and Highrise, which require 2 statue visits. So it plays a bit differently. It's fun. So we're going to have Kmars on Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Blagorov is in time just for the marbles. Just in time for the marbles. In competitive SpyParty, for a tie, you get 1 marble or point. For a win, you get 2. And it's first to 7. This will be the last venue. Rushing to the back convo for a quick flirt, 34%.
Bit of a slow start. Actually, never mind. Oh, we leave. I thought we were gonna go to bar or something, but we just head on to idle a bit in an empty combo. Interesting, we're not heading back to the combo to our seduction. We're just now heading on to bar. Picking up a delegate. Doesn't seem like we get the highlight for it. Doesn't seem like that get highlights for bar. At least on pub. We are idling quite a bit.
Yeah, not much mission progress for 150. You've got some time on pub and you only need 3 missions, but I do think we need to get some progress here. We could see a delegate to Amba. That's not a bad play if it's the last mission, so it looks like we're probably forcing for briefcase.
Even if we are, like, we kind of have to flirt 2 more times.
Funny animation by Alice. What do you think of that little move there before picking a briefcase? Instead of picking it up directly,
I
he
think,
moved first.
yeah, but I think the AI always move a bit. They don't actually just stand there and pick it up. They have to move because it's basically you get called to the briefcase when leaving the combo, right? So you wouldn't get called to it in the combo itself.
I didn't know that, and I do that all the time, so I will stop doing that. I pick up without moving from convo all the time.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Max might know better since he's on chat, but I think they always have to move a bit at least.
Banana bread.
White BB.
White BB and DA splits, which is nice for us. So we've got good mission spread. You know, we've almost got Seduce down, we've almost got Fingerprint. We bump into
Yeah,
the
we get
bar, and we get shot for it.
really unfortunate there. We do pick up the highlight though for the BB split there.
Yeah, and that's probably the one match Kmars DM'd me after their set and said he was pretty proud of his gameplay all throughout except for one round. That's probably the one round. Very unfortunate. That happens to everyone though. You can really get caught on the corners of the bar and some of the doorways and stuff here. So that's going to be Dukit securing one of the marbles, and we'll be playing as Rocker on Spy for the second one in 3, 2, 1, planet.
A bit of a wonky take control and path there. It doesn't seem to be noticed though.
Chat is saying if you are already standing over the briefcase, you should not move to pick it up.
Oh, so then it's okay? Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no. So what Kmars did was incorrect, but it is okay to pick it up from combo standing.
So you have to be inside the circle basically.
Yeah. If you have the option to pick it up in your menu on the bottom, if you can, then don't move and then do it. Just pick it up.
%37% flirt.
How many do we have out for contact? 3 out. No, 4 out. ST leaves. We've got a couple people outside of conversation. Probably not a good time for a BB as we will be knocking out Tex, who I think has inspect, and now also possibly a fingerprint.
Seduction comes back to us though, and we do take up a white test for up to 57%.
Tex doesn't have a fingerprint. It looks like the ambassador
Banana
rejected.
bread.
We go for the BB, which should be a low light onto Tex as well. We'll see how close of attention Kmars was paying to Tex there. He joined kind of right after the BB. Looks like Tex is going to remain a suspect. Very unfortunate for Kmars here. What's our third mission going to be?
I mean, that's always the question on pub, is it?
Yeah.
But usually it's Purloin.
Yeah, Purloin seems to be the likely option unless we get kind of a bit lucky with the AI here and can pick up a bug. I think it's too late to start fingerprint.
Yeah, we don't have time to finish fingerprint. I mean, maybe, but that's really suspicious. Going for 2 fingerprints in a short amount of time.
And we go for the bug. It's seen. Kmars takes the shot.
I mean, yeah, it's wrong arm and no cover. It's like the front combo as well.
Yeah, at that point you've really just got to hope that the snipers just not looking. A little bit of a desperation bug, which makes sense. I mean, we were really running out of time. We didn't have many options other than probably going for a purloin would have been best. I don't hate the bug. It's the problem is that there's just nothing else going on. If someone was maybe taking a drink from the bar at the same time or was at statues to pull the sniper's attention, but the only thing the sniper should be watching right now is the ambassador. There's just nothing else going on in the party. So Kmars on top of it. They each get one marble, and we end up with a 6-6 game after Duckett had like a 5-2 lead. So that was a surprising outcome and good comeback by Kmars.
Yeah, definitely, and really interesting spy plays from both of them.
Yeah. Kmars has a very fun spy to watch. Very aggressive, yet not so aggressive that he's getting shot, at the start of the game every time. So that was
Do
really
you
cool.
think do you think a BB again into a standing bug would have worked?
Would have been better, yeah. I think so. I mean, you could even go for that wrong arm bug post BB. Wait a second for the sniper's laser to flick over and go for some lowlights. Yeah, I think they needed something to distract them from watching that. There needs to be something else going on because that's the only thing that the sniper should be watching in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's going to be it for this cast. Thank you for joining me, Loris. This was Duckett versus Kmars, ending in a 6-6.